Hello there. I thought you would like to see my vintage straight razor collection. These are all vintage razors. Uh, Most of them were, well, about half of them I bought at thrift stores, flea markets, that kind of deal. Some of them were gifts. One is an heirloom. Uh, the most expensive one I think was $10, something like that. They were most all of them in various need of repair. Some needed scales, most needed work on the metal because of rust or other issues. But I restored them to working use, and they are what I shave with. It's what you see me shave on videos. I have a dozen here, an even dozen. The first is a J.R. Torre. It's got Paduke scales on it. Lovely, lovely blade. That was a gift. Next is a Wade & Butcher shoulderless design. Absolutely beautiful. With Hawaiian Koa scales. Next we have an Germania Cutlery, the Oxford razor. It has bird's eye maple scales on it. Lovely blade, lovely shaver. And then a gift from a viewer, Christopher Johnson Near Wedge with flame maple scales. If you see wood scales on a razor, you'll know that I put those scales on there. I made those scales and put them on the razor because they needed it. And then we have a W.H. Morley or W.M. Morley and Sons Clover brand. In just sort of a plain, just a little bit of flame to it, maple scale. And Johan Engstrom, next is a Johan Engstrom frameback. With rosewood scales. And then one of my favorite razors, 51 the Victor. That's all it says on it. Fantastic square point hollow ground piece of absolute joy to use. Then H. Elshaw and Son Sheffield blade, round point. This was a gift. Same gentleman that gave me that Christopher Johnson Near Wedge gifted me this other Sheffield, and it is absolutely a wonderful razor, one of my very favorites. This one, the 51 Victor, and I'll show you the other that is my favorite. Well, this one, the 51 Victor, the Christopher Johnson Wedge, and one other razor that's the newest that I have that is an absolute favorite. This Wade & Butcher, it was a gift from a viewer. It required, and it has sort of a plain type maple set of scales to it. It was a gift from a viewer, and it required a lot of work. You can see that it has what I would call character. It has stuff left over, etchings and pitting and stuff that either I couldn't get out or chose to leave because the razor was a vintage razor. But anyway, and this, my father-in-law's Boker. That says St. Louis. You can see the hone wear on it and all that. This is an heirloom and a razor that I cherish because of whom it was in. A Genco Grant. It was a 9/16, or yeah. But when I bought it, it was black with rust. You could not see the metal in the blade. It was just all scale and rust. It has Australian yellow cirrus scales on it now. But the edge was so chipped up and damaged that it had teeth, basically. And I had to red knife it. So it ended up a 4/8 instead. And lastly, my favorite razor right now, and one of the 4 favorites in my collection, a Claus round point, full hollow. The scales are vulcanite or vulcanized rubber, the same material the old black square box telephone used to be made out of. So that's my collection. I hope that you've enjoyed looking at it. Always looking to add more. I really have an affinity for vintage straights, and I don't mind if they're in ugly shape as long as there's enough there that I can get them back in working condition and use them. They are beautiful objects, beautiful tools, and I'm proud to own them. And hopefully you guys enjoyed me sharing them with you. Thank you. God bless you. Later.